So from a standing start, they're off. For the Sky Sports Racing Sky 415 handicap chase, 19 fences to cross. Streets of Milan led over the first from Do It For Joe. To clear it, Scutari, Baron du Plessis already being chivied along in the rear. Monte Massini races between the front pair as they cross the open ditch at the end of the back straight. Orchestrated is soon handy. Catch My Drift on the rail is next. Then follows Lark Hall and Phoenix Rock in front of Mist Flight, Baron du Plessis. And after those is Market Road. And bringing up the rear as they exit the back on the first circuit is Scutari. So Streets of Milan has been joined out wide by Do It For Joe as they approach the entrance to the home straight with Monte Massini and Orchestrated and Catch My Drift. The next trio in front of Phoenix Rock, Lark Hall, Baron du Plessis, Mist Flight, Market Road and Scutari. As they reach the first at the home straight, the lead changed hands and Do It For Joe went on from Streets of Milan with Monte Massini and Orchestrated and Catch My Drift in the next trio as they come over fence number 4. Do It For Joe from Streets of Milan and all over it in behind, with Orchestrated racing between Monte Massini and Catch My Drift. They're tracked by Phoenix Rock as they jump the 5th. Do It For Joe leading the field over and all out over it fluently in behind. So up in front of the enclosures with 5 of the 19 fences taken. Do It For Joe from Streets of Milan, Monte Massini, and then Catch My Drift on the inside of Orchestrated. Phoenix Rock against the rail in front of Lark Hall, and then Mist Flight out wide of Baron du Plessis, Market Road, and finally Scutari. There's about 10 lengths front to back as Do It For Joe leads them off to race down the back straight, with Streets of Milan on his inside a half length back in second. Monte Massini just over a length behind in third, ahead of Orchestrated in the red and black, and then the dark blue sleeves of Catch My Drift on the inside as they jump the first in the back straight, where Lark Hall was a little awkward back in the mid division. Coming now towards fence number 7. Do It For Joe, Streets of Milan, the front pair. Monte Massini jumping past Streets of Milan on the outside, and then follows Orchestrated, Catch My Drift, Lark Hall, Phoenix Rock, Mist Flight, Baron du Plessis next as they jump the third in the back straight. Market Road and Scutari were the last ones to clear it. Now to the ditch for the second time, fence number 9. Do It For Joe by 3 lengths, and there Mist Flight, who'd been jumping right-handed at the earlier fences, went markedly away to the right. Gets a reminder from Fergus Gregory as Do It For Joe leads Monte Massini out of the back straight. Streets of Milan is third, Catch My Drift is fourth, Orchestrated 5th, and then Phoenix Rock, Lark Hall, Mist Flight out wide, and still racing in the last pair are Market Road and Scutari. So heading towards the home straight once again and approaching fence number 10. They've gone through halfway. Do It For Joe from Streets of Milan regaining second on the inside of Monte Massini, followed over by Catch My Drift. Mist Flight continues to jump away to the right as they head on to the middle fence up the home straight. This is the 11th. It's Do It For Joe from Streets of Milan up sides, and then Orchestrated, Catch My Drift, who've both gone past Monte Massini, who drops out of the leading trio for the first time. Phoenix Rock is in the front half dozen, jumping fence number 12. Then Lark Hall, Baron du Plessis, Market Road and Scutari. And going away to the right and briefly dropping back last was Mist Flight, but he's galvanised to pass a couple of rivals with a circuit to go. But less than 10 lengths cover the whole field, suggesting that they've only gone steady for the first couple of miles or so. And Catch My Drift has now come through on the inside to join issue with Do It For Joe, who's been in front for over a circuit. Streets of Milan is in third place. Monte Massini is fourth. Then follows Orchestrated, Phoenix Rock, Mist Flight making an effort on the outside of Lark Hall. Baron du Plessis now pushed along in the last trio with Market Road up sides and Scutari still last of all. Rising at fence number 13. Do It For Joe picked up just in front of Catch My Drift, who's travelling very strongly on the inside. Streets of Milan Orchestrated the next two, then Monte Massini from Phoenix Rock as they jump the second fence on the far side, which they've all crossed safely. Scartari still in the rear as they head now on towards the fifth from home. Do It For Joe by a couple of lengths to Catch My Drift in second. Orchestrated third. Phoenix Rock moving into fourth. Lark Hall's making headway as Monte Massini and Streets of Milan drop away. Scartari is beginning to overtake beaten rivals as they went over the open ditch. 4 out. Do It For Joe leads by 3 lengths from Catch My Drift, Orchestrated and Phoenix Rock, and that trio are covered by only a length, and they've gone clear of the chasing group. So Do It For Joe, who was well beaten in a couple of points when last seen, is still at the head of affairs, with Catch My Drift now pushed along in second. Phoenix Rock moving up sides, Orchestrated as they race around the home turn. They're clear of Scartari, who's staying on into fifth position in front of Lark Hall, who's on the retreat, and then Market Road. Do It For Joe had to steady to jump the third last, and Phoenix Rock has gone second and is now right on terms with the leader. Catch My Drift is third. Orchestrated looking held in fourth as Phoenix Rock comes to the front, going over the second last. Do It For Joe, though, is keeping tabs with the mare. They've gone clear of Catch My Drift as the leaders head down to the 19th and final fence. Do It For Joe and Phoenix Rock. Much depends on how they jump the last. Phoenix Rock touchdown just in front on the far side of Do It For Joe, but Do It For Joe is battling back on the outside of Phoenix Rock. It'll be one for the judge between Do It For Joe, who might just have shown a shade more resolve than Phoenix Rock. They pull clear of Catch My Drift, Orchestrated and Scartari, with Market Road 6th across the line.